Hello, everyone. This is Carlos Martinez coming to you live from my home in Chicago. And I hope whenever you're watching this, whether it's the replay or live, I hope you're having an amazingly blessed day. So, folks, how do you get past discouragement, right? Because discouragement comes. You know what? You're not going to avoid it. It's just, I guess you got to come to terms with it that you're just not going to be able to avoid discouragement because discouragement will come. The question is, how are you going to get past it? Because again, it's just a part of life. Whether it's, hey, you're working hard at a relationship. Hey, Don, thank you so much for joining my life. Whether it's you're working hard at trying to patch up a relationship, Mia, Cash Up, thank you so much for joining my life. Folks, so how do you get past discouragement? So here's the thing. Again, you just got to recognize, Julie, thank you so much. It's right. You got to embrace it. You got to embrace it. All right. So here's the thing. How do you get past discouragement? So, folks, you got to just remember it's going to come. No matter what, it's going to come. You just need to learn how to get past it. So the question is, how do you get past that? How do you get past discouragement? All right. Whether it's, hey, you're trying to just, whether it's a relationship you're in with your children, with your family, whether, it's a relationship with a loved one, a significant other, whatever the case may be. Maybe it's a business, or, what discouragement that you were really hoping that this was going to get you out of a rut. You're tired of living check to check, whatever the case may be. How do you get past discouragement? First off, just come to accept that it's going to happen. Sometimes it's just going to happen. But, just come to the realization that, hey, there are some things that kind of are out of our control, right? They're just things that are out of our control. And I was talking to, after I got out of church yesterday, I was talking to a mom, and her kids are kind of going up through. They're going through teenage years, as are mine. And, those teenage years are tough, right? They're tough, and sometimes, you want your kids to open up to you. I remember seeing a commercial one time. You want your kids to open up to you, and you're like, oh my goodness, my kid tells me everything, and the other one says, oh my goodness, my kid doesn't tell me anything, so you can be one extreme or the other. But there are some things that are beyond your control. You just got to go with the flow. But I think the key really is I call it the 2 P's, right? You got to be passionate and you got to be persistent. You got to be passionate. You got to be persistent. Just keep on doing it. Don't focus so much on the results. I think the problem lies in that we're just trying to focus on getting the result that we want, all right? And because we don't have the result that we want, that's where the discouragement comes from, all right? It's okay to have expectations, but if the result doesn't come as quickly as you would like, just think of it as a journey, all right? Think of it as a journey and just focus on the process, whatever it may be. Because even like, for example, with online businesses, all right? When you talk about online businesses, and it's not working as quickly as you would want, you thought you would have made, significant amount of money at this point in your career or whatever, maybe you're 3 months into it, maybe you're a year into it, and you still don't have the results that you want. Well, guess what? That happens to everyone, right? You just got to be, if you're passionate already about what it is that you're doing, you just got to be persistent and follow the process. Be faithful to the process and work the process daily, and be persistent with it, because before you know it, you're going to start reaping the rewards. Because you know what? If you give up, you're going to lose that momentum that you have. You're going to have to start all over. So I want to encourage you, whatever it is that you're going through, whether it's you're working on a relationship, whether it's, you're working on an online business, whatever the thing may be, continue working on it. Just look at it as, hey, what, discouragement comes and it comes and goes. There are some things that you just don't have control over, certain things, and just give it up to God. Say, God, you know what? I'm giving it all that I've got. The rest I just give up to you, because I'm noticing that, hey, I don't have control over this, right? I do not have control over this, and I'm just giving it to you. I'm just doing I'm being the best me that I can be. The rest I leave in your hands. And be consistent, be persistent, and be passionate about what it is you're doing. Look at it as a journey. Don't focus on the results, just focus on the process. And, just to continue on with the story, this lady that I met after church the other day or yesterday, she was telling me, there's some things, that a couple of relationships that she's struggling with. And I love what she told me. She goes, Carlos, I'm doing everything that I can. The rest of it's out of my control. I don't worry about it. So don't worry. It reminds me of the Bobby McFerrin song, don't worry, be happy. And that's it. Just there's some things that just going to be out of your control. Accept it. Trust God. You just continue being you. Don't let that stop being you. All right. Being the same person, Don't focus on the results, focus on the process. Continue being passionate and continue being persistent with what it is that you're doing. All right. So Carla, thank you so much for joining my live. The amazing Melody Riva. Oh my goodness, I am so blessed to have my mentor here. The awesome Ron Deering. Todd, thank you so much. Darren, oh awesome. Oh, Janessa, oh my goodness, she's about to have a baby pretty soon. I can't wait. Gabby, thank you so much for joining my live. Mia, thank you again, once again. Folks, so here's the thing. Discouragement comes. It's going to happen. Just look at it. Hey, I'm doing everything that I can do. I'm just giving it up to God and trusting him, and continue to be loving, continue to be passionate about what it is that you're doing, and then just be persistent. Focus on the process, focus on the journey. Do not focus on the results, because there are some things that are just beyond our control, and that's where faith comes in. Just give it up to God. All right. With that, thank you so much for watching my live. I hope you got value. If you did, please drop some hearts or send me a comment below, because one of the things that my mentor Melody Riva gave me, she gave me these awesome I am statements that I read to myself every morning and every single night. So this is what I wake up with. This is what I go to bed with every single night, because I want to make sure that my self-talk, because it starts right here. My self-talk, all right, helps me just get into the position, the proper position, which is, you know what, of humility and humbleness, and knowing that, you know what, hey, eventually it's going to come. I just got to stay focused on the results. So, but if you want this, I got to stay focused on the process, not the results. But if you want this, if you would like a copy of this, please send me a message. Send me a private message. I'll be glad to share this with you. You're going to get so much value, because it starts with you and the self-talk that you're saying to yourself. What are you saying to yourself? Make sure that it's always positive. The more, remember, what you focus on, what you feed your mind, you're going to start to attract. All right. So let's focus on good things. So with that, bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. And until the next live, we'll see you then. Have an awesome, and amazingly blessed day. Love you all. Bye-bye.